so nice. Probably gonna get a copyright strike on this.
I'm glad I knew you. I saw into your world.
Oh, what a beautiful voice.
Filled up with colors I've never seen before.
You know, there's no good music these days. There's no good new music. All the musicians these days are terrible. They don't know what to do. They can't sing. They can't play guitar. They can't write music. Those are all lies, by the way. There's a lot of great music. In fact, I think that this may be one of the best times ever for music. And this is a band that or a group that I think exemplifies this. These are the Bygones. And the Bygones are Josh Turner and Allison Young. They got their start on YouTube, each separately, I think. That's how I came to know them. Josh Turner is an excellent guitarist and an excellent vocalist. And Allison Young is an excellent vocalist and also a very fine guitarist. And I've seen her playing ukulele too, and does well there. Anyway, they were both doing kind of retro music, especially Ms. Young, who, as you can see, adopts a rather, sort of 30s, even 20s look there, or maybe 40s, but certainly a retro look. And they were doing covers of old music separately at first, I believe, and then started performing together, and then came together for this band, the Bygones. And this album, their first album, came out just recently. I think April 23rd or thereabouts, somewhere in April. I got, or maybe that's when I got my copy. This was backed by a Kickstarter, and I backed it. And one of the exciting things about it to me is that it comes with a liner sheet with lyrics, and then now I can't find it on here, but I pulled it out and I was like immediately found my name on here. Anyway, it's in here somewhere. But my name is in here as one of the backers. That's a lot of fun. I'm glad to see this. Anyway, this album, it's all originals except for one by a Connie Converse tune on there, the Clover Saloon, which is fun. A lot of it has a really very much a modern pop sound. That one reminded me a little bit of some stuff by Nico Case that I've heard. There's some stuff on here that reminds me of the Jayhawks. So there's definitely kind of a poppy but Americana sort of sound there with it too. Both Allison Young and Josh Turner are American artists. They're on YouTube. Their YouTube channels are great. They're on Facebook as well. These are modern musicians, both of them, and they're friends. There are a whole bunch of friends with them, and they perform with a whole bunch of different people who are out making just extraordinary music. Some of it, and how I first got into it is, some of it is covers of old music that I like, but some of it is like this. This is a brand new song, Glad, that is the first song on the B side of this. And I started listening to it. I loved the first side. I started listening to this song on the second side, and I was just like, oh my God, what a great song. It's just a great song. So if you think there's no good music out there, there is great music out there by great musicians. I've on my channel, I've done Tuba Skinny and Erica Lewis, who were out there. Tuba Skinny and Erica Lewis got their start busking in on the streets of New Orleans. So they're out there. They're out there. There's a ton of great new music out there. A lot of people in the vinyl community are, I get tired of people, looking at reissues of, rock albums from the 70s. 60s and 70s. I'm like, come on, man, there's other stuff out there. Part of what I like, of course, is old stuff. And things like, and I may do this one. I just got this the other day. Honky Tonk Organ by Bill Doggett, which is a ton of fun. It's instrumentals, organ, guitar, and saxophone. Ton of stuff. This is an album from '67. Great album. You know, and then there are things like this, which I may do. This is a 10-inch, 45 RPM single. Steve Earle covering the great Robert Johnson song "Terraplane Blues," and on the back side, on the flip side, is the Robert Johnson "Terraplane Blues," cleaned up and done in audiophile fashion, and it just sounds fabulous. So there's all that stuff. So tons of music out here these days, and tons of people doing stuff like this where these people are, it's their own they're doing their own recording, they're doing their own mastering, they're arranging everything by themselves. They're not working with, they did this on Kickstarter without a label, or this New West Records, which is a small outfit. I'd like to see us all out there supporting these musicians, many of whom are independent musicians, doing just great stuff. Anyway, I really recommend this album. This is beautiful songs, beautifully performed, beautifully recorded, beautifully pressed. It's very clean sounding album. I dropped the needle on it. There's almost no background noise on this. On par with Tone Poet stuff and things like that. So great stuff. Highly recommended. By the way, I've been away for a while, and this probably doesn't interest anybody, but I was struggling with a heart condition for some time. That has subsided, at least for the time, so feeling a little better and trying to get back into maybe doing a few more videos and talking about this, talking about all the great music that's out there. Anyway, mes enfants, c'est votre uncle. Oui, c'est Uncle Dan, the Vinyl Man, saying, as always, mes enfants, au revoir, et aussi, à bientôt.